Hello friends and welcome to lesson 6 of unit 4, which is on e-marketing plan. In this particular lesson we'll be discussing 5 things, starting with the digital strategy, and then we'll talk about e-marketing, or what we call as digital marketing plan, and we'll do it through 2 examples, one of B2C and one of B2B. Under that strategy, we'll be first setting the goals, and then we'll talk about audience research, and we'll do hands-on and try to build the buyer personas and fix the target market. So treat this as the case study, because from now on we'll be trying to apply all that we have learned in the first 5 lessons. Did you know that the digital investment rate is set to increase to 45% of the marketing budget in the coming year? 45%. Mobile marketing has grown to a point that it is no longer tracked in a forecast, so it is part of the budget always. A research study found that 62% of respondents plan to increase their pay per click budget in the next 12 months. So in a way, when you talk about the digital marketing plan, that is going to fit every budget from now on. I love this quote by Doug Warner. In the world of internet customer service, it's important to remember your competitor is only one mouse click away. So when we talk about the digital marketing plan, we need to talk about the digital strategy, and that is what we'll follow in the coming slides and subsequently the lessons. We'll try to align the target market to the channels, and we have studied about the channels and how to do the segmentation. Then we'll try to create content strategy for different channels, and all this will be doing through 2 examples, one B2C and one B2B. And finally, we'll put the budget to our plan, that is the strategy. When we talk about the digital marketing plan, we start with the goals, then we'll talk about the strategies, and based on the strategies, we'll pick the channels, and then we'll put up a plan for each channel, then allocate the budget, and look at the timing when we want these strategies, these plans to run on those channels. In order to do the hands-on, let us take 2 examples, one of B2C and one of B2B. Let us talk about B2C. Any entrepreneur, let us say a fashion designer who is also a blogger and who has just started. So it's a new business which has just started, that is a B2C. Another one is B2B, which let's talk about a project management business wherein the business has been running for the last 2 years, so they have some experience and they would like to sell online project management tool which they have developed very recently. Now when we talk about the digital marketing plan, the first thing you need to do is you have to define the market and the goals. So we'll try to use a format, and this is the format which we'll be using. So in this we have to define our target market, goals, objectives, and the campaigns. So we'll come back to this format later on, as we need to create this by the end of our discussion. Not today, but over the lessons that we'll be taking over. So to start with, first you need to set the goals. So when we talk about the goals, these have to be short, medium, and long term and very clear. So when we talk about the goals, we'll use what we had been studying, SMART goal setting. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals. So I should not be setting up something which cannot be attained. They have to be very specific, and I should be able to measure them through the KPIs, and they should be realistic. And I need to set the time for each goal. Now let's take the first example that we started with, that is B2C of the fashion designer. So we need to set up goals for short term, medium term, and long term. As it is a new setup, and there is a lady fashion designer who is also a blogger. Now the short term goal, which would like to now, the business can be running beforehand, so you can in continuity set the goals, but here this is a new business, so I'm just putting up certain goals so that you understand exactly how we proceed. So the short-term goal which the fashion designer has set is to increase the followers by 3,000, and the medium-term goal is to earn around $5,000, right? Maybe 3 months or 6 months down the line. And the long-term goal is 10,000 monthly site visitors. So these are the three short, medium, and long-term goals that we are setting for this digital marketing plan for B2C. Similarly, for B2B, that is the project management business, which has been running for the last 2 years, and they would like to launch this new project management software. And the short term, medium term, and long term goals that we would like to set for this B2B business are: the short term goal, 200 leads at 25 CPL, $25 CPL. And the medium term goal is increase ROI to 250%. And the long term goal is 25% take rate on new product. So here it of course depends on the product, but at the same time, the medium term goal that we are looking at is ROI, return on investment, will vary depending on the product, the market. So you can fine tune as per the requirements of the business, but here we are just taking some figures so that we can explain and proceed for the hands on. Now, after defining these goals, what we do is we want to take our viewers through a marketing funnel, which we had been talking about. And if I start with the fashion designer B2C first, so we need to pick the right marketing funnel. As you understand, if you recollect, the marketing funnel is a collection of stages you ideally want potential customers to move through in order to achieve the key objective that you have set for them. Now for B2C fashion designer case, we'll use IDA. I don't know how many of you remember IDA, which we did earlier in the marketing funnel. So for the short-term goal, IDA is awareness, interest, desire, and action. So 1,000 blog subscribers, that's the target, for example, we would like to set. And for these 1,000 blog subscribers, the awareness would be see post on social media pages. Interest is visit her website. And desire is read her blog. And action is subscribe to her blog. So this is how we will take these people. The funnel starts with the post on the social media, and seeing the post, some of them will go to the website, and once they are on the website, then they can go and read the blog. happy with the blog, they'll subscribe to her blog. So that's the funnel for the short term in order to get around 1000 blog subscribers. Now, for B2C long term goal, uh, the funnel we are using is again IDA because that's good for this B2C small fashion designer business. In this, our goal was to earn 5,000 in the medium term, which is selling on the e-commerce platform, which is Etsy. Etsy is an American platform which is also available in India. And this is for some handicrafts or handmade products which they promote on this platform. So in this IDA would be the awareness is see the post on social media pages, blog and other channels. Interest, visit website, browse products and follow the social media. Desire is research pricing. So then the people, once they have narrowed down on the products, they would like to research the pricing, compare and add to cart. So that is where we should appear, and action is make a purchase. So this is the funnel which for the medium term to get 5,000 earning maybe in 3 months or 6 months. So that is for the B2C. When we talk about B2B, that is the project management software one, will use the VAC model. VAC is view, act and convert. We have not talked about that, but generally for the B2B, that's a good marketing funnel. And as it is performance focused, and let us look at the short term goal, which is 200 leads. So view, look for product or see an ad. So here the people already are looking for this product because they are looking for a project management software. And then they act, they visit the website and then they convert. That means they submit a lead. So this is view, act and convert VAC model. Now the next stage is to define the target audience. That means we need to do the audience research. If the business is running for the last 2 years, you have some idea, but if it is not, then we have to just do some passive research and then come out with the persona. We call that as a buyer persona. So here, let us define two personas for each example. One is B2C and one is B2B. Now for the fashion designer persona 1, let us look at a persona is a 30-year-old woman who lives in a city in an urban area, in a metro, and who love dogs and love outdoor activities. So that is one persona which I am building for this fashion designer. And the second persona for the fashion designer B2C business is a 23-year-old student who love fashion and spend time with friends and family. So if for B2B, the project management business, I talk about the audience research and we built two personas based on the last 2 years. So one is 34-year-old male who is a project manager, spends time with people and data, and is very focused on efficiency. So another persona is 45-year-old female who is the CEO and is managing multiple departments and is facing a lot of communication issues as when managing so many departments, communication is a problem. The target market, when we are defining after the personas, you need to create a target market statement. So what is that? In simple terms, like my target market is the gender, age, you give the range, who live in which place, what type of place, and like to what sort of activity, as you saw in the persona. So if I want to define it for the fashion designer B2C business, so I would say my target segment is women aged 22 to 35 who are employed and interested in looking good. And for B2B project management business, my target market statement would be something like this. My target market is male and female managers aged between 25 to 45 who work in companies with 10 plus people and need to be more efficient. So we stop here for today's lesson and we'll continue with this example in the lesson 7. So let me summarize the things for you today. So we talked about the digital strategy. We tried to make a digital marketing plan for B2C and B2B. So we took two examples, one of a fashion designer and another of a project management online tool. We tried to set the goals for short, medium and long term. Then we did the personas through the audience research. And then we talked about the target market and we made target market statement. Here is a small quiz which you need to answer. Question number 1 is what is IDA? Question number 2 is what is WAC? Question number 3 is SMART goal setting stands for. IDA is awareness, interest, desire and action, which is the marketing funnel we use for B2C. What is WAC? WAC is view, act and convert, and that we use for B2B marketing funnel. And SMART, when we are setting the goals, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable and timely. So that is all from my sides. Feel free to write to me if there are any questions, suggestions, inputs. Here is the URL if you want to do some further reading, which is on digital marketing strategy. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye for now. Shabba khair.